morning, folks. I just had my semi-mini shower. I'm gonna call it a shower. And I haven't used my bathtub yet because I would have to take everything off and get completely wet, and I'm just not fully ready. Because this way, at least I got my lower body insulated, and it just feels better at the moment. So I'm wimping out a bit in increments. Boy, that feels good though, I'll tell you. Feel semi-human again. I wanted to show you guys, I have the water boiling for my coffee, which gets my life opened up as the coffee opens up. Okay. I wanted to show, sorry, I put it on backwards. Yeah, there. Okay, so I wanted to run and show you guys while this water's boiling. Another quick glimpse in the daylight, because it was getting kind of dark yesterday. When I finished my day for then, that sun coming in is just so welcome. Whoa, still crisp. Still quite, whoa, that is sun. Okay, so here are my chickens. And here's my little setup. Actually looks pretty good. I'm not bothering with that cage thing. I don't know if you can see it here, but yeah. I had last year, or many years, for 5 years, but I think they're gonna like this. I think they are, so that's gonna be great. That warm sun on my back. Hello, little chickens. Hello, little chickies. You're all molting. You look scraggly. Hey, Roosty. Hey, Roosty Boosty. I know, it's so nice out here. I'm going to get you some more chicken feed in a minute. I'm going to see if I can get you some scraps of something fun and tasty. Used up all the water. Oh, here's our whistle. I don't know why I love hearing that whistle. Maybe I'll start a collection of whistling kettles. No, I don't think I will. But I do want, they're called Aladdin lamps from way back in their floor model that goes up to whatever the height a lamp would. Only it's just kerosene for fuel, no electrical. And evidently some people get them drilled out because they look so neat and put an electrical system in. But I would want it just as a great backup for if the power goes out, or for when the power goes out. I think it would be great. So I'm going right now to choose what coffee I am going to sip my cup from. So I will always get the Costa Rica black honey, or I would always try anything black honey. I do have a red honey from Guatemala. Maybe I'll do that one. That's the half decaf. That feels like Kona. It is, because it's a smaller bag now. I can tell the Kona because I used a lot. Nicaragua red honey. Okay. Oh, I think I'm gonna have that. Very good idea. I don't know what time it is. I'm gonna guess maybe 7:38, but probably 8 by now. So I've been up for a while. So there. I'm surprised I haven't had any visitors, or people mentioning that they might come up and visit because of the fall colors. I thought everyone would be going somewhere for a drive, but I haven't heard from people, so I guess everyone's really busy. There we go. Which happens. I'm really busy, running crazy, but things are looking positive. Still get nervous about my trailer situation and having all these things that have to be done but don't know how they're going to get done, and if one thing doesn't get done, it's contingent upon another, and then that gets delayed. So I will admit, doing my best work to keep from thinking about it and worrying about it. I think that's what got me building the chicken run. Kind of a good therapy. But does wear on my brain. What ifs, which I'm doing my best to get rid of. It's part of my philosophy right now that works because it works, or at least works for me, and that is to, if I ever catch the violin playing, sort of the woeful me kind of thing, which is bound to happen, I cut it out because it just brings in a paradigm that I don't need and don't want. The feeling sorry for myself paradigm. I nipped that in the bud way back, and I'm actually quite surprised I've done really well at it not coming in. And what I've come to understand of that mechanism is, otherwise I'm somewhat in the moment. I'm present in the moment, I'm fully there. I don't have the time to be taking that time to step outside of myself for the sole purpose of seeing myself and feeling sorry for myself in some way, like, oh yeah, poor guy, whatever. And I realized that all through my life, quite often that little violin would play, and because of situations, they were warrant of that feeling. But I didn't realize that I didn't have to sit in that feeling, that it wasn't helping me. It was making sure I was on top of a narrative. I guess I needed it for weighing things out, to step outside yourself, to look from different perspectives. So I think at one point it was a needed thing, a necessary thing. But now, at least, I see that that little violin playing, all it's going to do is cripple me in some way. But that, for those of you who think, wow, Damon's actually doing quite well. Number one, I don't dwell on the bad days. I work on bringing myself up level a bit. And number two, I have a lot on my plate, and I will succeed. I will thrive. And one of the reasons is just because me and Raven take life very seriously, and that which is beyond, but also I want to also be a good example for other people. And Raven set that in motion by being a good example, and what she did for so many people is amazing, and I want to do my part in that. Got a couple of cracks there. Let's just check our color. Oh, that's not bad. Yep. Smell that. Oh man, it's so hard to get it so you can see the coffee. Hang on. There we go. That lovely coffee smoke and vapor coming out there. Whoops. Sorry. That is nice. Okay. Grind my Nicaraguan red honey, which for those that didn't hear my earlier videos, red honey is a process that they use. And I think there's a yellow honey that's first, then a red honey, then a black honey, which I have Costa Rica black honey, which is supposed to be the best of those processes. And I'll tell you, for sure, the Costa Rica black honey was far superior to the Costa Rica red honey. So yeah, I would buy the Costa Rica black honey in a 5-pound lot. I would buy the that triple Hawaiian one, I think, in a 5-pound lot as well. If it was, oh, this is all if it was a good price, of course. I think the key is you just sort of wait till something is a good price, you know, because just like gas, things fluctuate and don't always make much sense. Okay, let you cool down. How's my hot water that I use for washing, primarily, like a rinse. And if I'm not using it for that, then I use it for washing dishes or something. There's always something to use hot water for. So, and my friend Don, as Raven calls Don, which I think is from, I think JFK Jr. was nicknamed John or something, and that's where Raven got it from. So Don showed me, which he's been wanting to do for so long, showed me where there's a natural spring with super clean water. And I went and got my first fill up with Don the other day. Another friend, Karen, was also going to show me where that specific spring is. But Don beat Karen to it. Karen and Don both are two amazing local friends that I've gotten to know, who live out here and I've gotten to know out here. Coolest people ever, could ever meet, ever want to meet. I am blessed. I am blessed. But the thing is, so are you. We're all blessed. And as far as I have come to realize, most importantly, that blessing comes from somehow within. I think we have it all backwards. It's just part of why I changed Damon to Nomad. Because nothing is what it seems. Everything is backwards and inside out in some cosmic way. And on material levels too. I think it all follows suit. I don't know why I like that puck sound. And it is. It does sound like a puck. It's like puck. Anyways, that's done. Taste my black coffee. Very nutty. Very nutty. I don't know. Oh shit! No, I didn't use this one. This is the Haitian Blue Pine Forest, which belongs in this box. And now, yeah. So this Nicaraguan Red Honey is another coffee that I'm finding tastes very pleasant black. So I do believe I'm on a sacred pilgrimage towards drinking and enjoying black coffee, for sure. Yeah, it's happening. I mean, as I'm changing, it makes sense, my taste buds will change as well. Every day, I look within myself and I dream, use that word dream, myself still sort of in the crucible. And if anyone has ever looked up pictures, photos and stuff of crucibles being used, pretty amazing visual, because it's some kind of a stone or otherwise able to be heated up vessel that's got molten, usually molten some metal in it or something, but could be other things, but all glowing red molten lava kind of thing. So I choose the crucible symbol as well, because it feels like it, and looking at a crucible and the word as well has a, to me, has a sacred sound. So I'm reclaiming, by using that term, I'm associating it with a sacred process rather than just flailing and considering it chaotic and unfair. So I feel like I'm still in the crucible in a lot of ways. It's kind of, I mean, these are metaphors, so it's kind of hard to, there's elements of the crucible that I'm going through still. And there's elements, just starting elements of the chrysalis. My halo there's falling off. I'm just joking around. So I think the chrysalis phase will be when the construction of like the winterizing, so I am technically ready for winter. That's when the chrysalis phase, I feel, will start for me. And then the winter will be that. In a way, the blanket of snow will kind of represent the material or the fabric or whatever of the chrysalis that the caterpillar weaves, which in essence I am weaving. Then, and that's hence also why I feel that doing the winter here is so imperative for me to complete something. And a lot of this is based on conversations with clients who went through things similar and observed a really powerful, right afterwards, a really powerful shift in their consciousness, where one person said that like concepts of religion that sort of frame a deep experience of some sort didn't come close to what this person was going through. Even with the grieving happening at the same time, it paled in the shadows of this bigger something that they were in, and it was spectacular. Now, this one person, I'm just staying on track here with one person's story. I don't remember now, it could have been 3 months, 4 months later, they came in for a bit of work, and I had asked them if they would write down their experience, and they had said they wanted to wait for a bit to process it. So 4 months or so, came back, and I had mentioned it, and they said, well, now they're going to have to really think about it a bit more because they're not in it anymore, and it's fading. And then whenever their next visit was around, let's just say it was a year, they didn't even remember having, maybe it was a year and a half, they didn't even remember having had the experience. I was the only one with a memory, not of the experience, but of them telling me and describing it. So based on that and many other stories that are parallel to that, I have come to see that most likely, unless something is mistaken, this opening, I'll call it a portal, closes up if you do not take care of it or even recognize that it's there, and sort of become a gardener that takes care of the weeds and things to keep it in good shape. This portal, this opening, this access point. So I was determined, and I had lots of conversations with Raven about this. I was determined that we would not let this happen, and we would work this. We were both determined. I'm just speaking for myself. We would work this. Nicaraguan Red Honey is a nice coffee. It's a nice coffee. Yep. Anyways, so we would work this on many levels. And we have, and Raven outdid even what she was planning. But the whole idea was to open this portal, hence NOMÄD-portal, the name of my series now. Yeah, everything is based on my life story and experience and things I've observed from clients and stories we've shared. Because my clients / friends, I can't really make a distinction between. There's not too many clients that haven't become friends on some level because of the intimacy that we have shared, that process, that healing process. So anyways, almost lost my train of thought there. I know I was talking about this portal opening. But yeah, the caterpillar, I've mentioned this before, it's a scientific knowledge that the caterpillar, there's some theories around it, different theories, but the caterpillar knowingly eats and eats and eats and eats and then spins a web. That, it seems, the caterpillar does not have a struggle with, just does. But when the caterpillar is in the chrysalis, it goes, and these they're called imaginal cells, a few little imaginal cells somewhere in the caterpillar that activates the butterfly signature. And then those imaginal cells start to eat the caterpillar while it's in this chrysalis. Now the caterpillar, according to the scientists' findings, the caterpillar goes through a very real death struggle. Now, if you look at this process and draw the parallel with what we're going through in the world, I think a lot of the things going on could easily be part of something similar on a more cosmic scale. This is the first time ever something has ever happened globally. It's we are at the highest level of population ever. So there's a lot of firsts, like for those people, and I have the voice in my head too, 2020, 2012, year 2000, blah, blah, blah. There's always going to be this place that we thought was going to be something. And I think each one of them was, astrologically at least, was a very pivotal time. But now is another level. And this is what I'm drawing, my own story, my own personal story, and then the larger scheme of things. So, and it makes sense that on a certain level things would follow suit energetically, at least, and have similar patterns individual to stepping back and having a larger cosmic scale. So, oh, lovely. I'm gonna walk my dogs. Oh, feels so good. Oh. Feel clean and not sticky. That's partly because I had my first night in my army sleeping bag, military sleeping bag, and even though it's good for like minus 30, which I won't know until it's minus 30, I think largely because, well, it's down and there's a quality to it keeping you warm. I'm guessing a large part of it, the fact that I didn't get sticky. I find sleeping bags, they're very easy to sweat in, and it's so hard to get that balance. And I think a large amount of that is because of the synthetic fabric on the inside liner of the sleeping bag. Hence, why it's really good to get a sheet, cotton sheet, and make a liner. This came with a liner. I was very happy. Although the liner I have to tie in with tethers because it just kind of sticks with you, and then when you try to get out of the sleeping bag, the liner comes with you. So I've got to fix that. But otherwise, it was a wonderful sleep, and I didn't get sweaty, even though it was warmer than it needed to be, the sleeping bag. But I could just peel back layers, exactly what I had imagined it would be like. I don't know why I don't have a lot of sleeping bag experience, but at this moment, I don't know why anyone would want a warmer sleeping bag without it being one of these layered sleeping systems. It's just perfect. You know, you just peel back. It just makes sense. So, anyways, don't want to go into that too much. Anyways, I'm just seeing I gotta end this really soon. So I hate doing that because I could talk forever with this caffeine going through me, but I just want to say I love you guys. Don't let all this stuff going on in the world get to you. I know it's serious, but the polarizing has got to stop, and the only way we can stop it is just to not feed into it. So please, everyone, no matter what belief you have, there is a bigger picture here, and we need to put everything else aside for just loving each other, or else we're gonna self-destruct or something. So let's not feed into that.